Alright, apologies if I sound a bit off. I think I'm getting sick, which is not fun at all, but I do want to start this new series, and, you know, top 5 lists, they are very, very common in the MCOC YouTube landscape, right? It's not like I'm reinventing the wheel or anything. You know, top 5 lists, very common, especially the per class ones. But I'm gonna do it a bit differently. So here is how this is gonna work. I'm gonna make a showcase for 5 mutant champions that I feel like are eligible to be a top 5 mutant character. We are starting off with Deadpool X-Force, which is about to one-shot this Yelena, and there is plenty to talk about with this character, obviously, but yeah, I'm gonna make 5 showcases. I'm not gonna say where I think they belong in the top 5 mutant list, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the comments, and I want to see where y'all would put this champion, in this case Deadpool X-Force, in the top 5 mutant list. And I'm gonna see like my initial thought, like where I wanted to place him at first. I'm gonna see what y'all say about him, and then I'm just gonna like kind of combine our like total opinions, because I think it's a fun way to, you know, get some second opinions on this champion and see like what y'all think of this character that I believe is a top 5 mutant champion. And while I was talking, he did a rank for Nick Fury in like what, 24 seconds, so there's a lot to talk about with this Deadpool X-Force character. So yeah, now we have this bullseye matchup. By the way, standard criteria: if you can take the 3 toughest skill defenders, you are a very good champion, right? Just straight up, if you can take them, you're very good. Deadpool X-Force is very good. He can take them like it's absolutely nothing, and he takes them very, very quickly. Like right here, this bullseye is going to die in one single SP1, and yeah, that's it. That really is all there is to it, man. And that was like, what, a 30-second matchup? Let's see. No, under that. Okay. By the way, forgot to mention this, but the whole goal of, like, you know, the 5 showcases is after all 5 are done, I am gonna do like an honorable mention / like should this character make the cut showcase featuring like I think 3 or 4 characters, and then after that I'm gonna combine all the showcases and then, like, you know, put them in order to be like, okay, this character's 5, this character's 1. That's like the end game at like the end of the week, hopefully, unless I get very, very sick and I have to postpone it. But that's the goal. I wanna dip my toes into this top 5 list thingies, because I think it can be really cool to give my opinion and also have, like, you know, the ability to let y'all have a chance of saying like what you think about these characters as well. By the way, this right here is a quick little showcase of Deadpool X-Force versus a champion that you would think he wouldn't be that good for, but he just takes it because he's Deadpool. Like, really, it just comes down to that. Like, literally, a Rhino that has like 75% bleed resistance now, or not resistance, but like he has a 75% chance to stop your bleed, still can't stop Deadpool, because Deadpool has that crazy ability that makes him one of the most broken champions in this game. And I'm of course talking about his bleed debuff, whatever it's called, his Shia LaBeouf, whatever you call it, I don't know. But yeah, it's obviously insane. It allows him to take like Thing, for example, when a lot of bleed champions would get stopped or like halted by a character like Thing, who is just super tanky, can't bleed him, can't really damage him if you're a bleed focused character. But Deadpool X-Force, it's no issue. He just switches his damage form and that's it. He has the perfect solution. And that's the case with like every bleed immune champion in this game. So it's like, how do you stop this champion? And like there are answers to that, right? If you have reduction to bleed and you stop like instant burst damage like the Serpent does, then of course he gets like halted big time. But for the most part, the answer is you just don't really stop this guy, because he can just get through, and like he can just get through pretty much anything with either his bleeds or just his raw damage on that SP2, SP1 rotation. So for that reason, I think this guy is a top 5 mutant for sure. And like now I have a video or like a little clip of him in this bleed lane, which he is obviously very good for. He is a bleed focused character first, and then he has like his secondary his secondary safety net with like that SPT rotation, that I feel like that is secondary though, right? I feel like the bleed is like the highlight of this character. Me personally, I have a rank 4 Deadpool X-Force on the main account. My favorite rotation is the bleed rotation. It's just so fun seeing 35 bleeds just like destroy the opponent, which yeah, they're about to right now. And so for that reason, yeah, I think he is a really, really good bleed character. He has 35 of them, and besides that, like, if you need, like, just bleeds on the opponent, he has a permanent bleed on the opponent pretty much with, like, his base, like, first bleed, right? Not even factoring the super slap or any of that. Just, like, whenever you hit the opponent, they are bled, and that stays forever. And so, for that reason, a lot of bleed lanes are answered by Deadpool X-Force, and if you need a ton of bleeds, he has up to 35. So it's like, dang man, this dude's just kinda crazy. He of course has other abilities. He does have a ton on his heavy attack. It stacks up to like 3 times, which is a lot of damage reduction. So he is pretty like surprisingly tanky. Additionally, he's also kind of annoying on defense if you try to like use someone that has a chance to like apply buffs or debuffs, because if they fail, he will taunt you and you will do like pretty much no damage. And yeah, like that's pretty much all the positives of this character, which to be fair, it's a lot, you know, like having a damage source that pretty much no one or very few champions can stop. That's already like a big thing to mention, right? But let's talk about some downsides of this character. Utility, you know, there's a really big saying that damage is utility, and this character clings onto that saying like, you know, like his life depends on it, because yeah, utility-wise, not much there, really. He is a really good bleed champion, has access to a lot of debuffs, whether it's bleed or taunt. He can get like 3 debuffs, which usually is like what nodes ask for. So he does get 3 debuffs, whether it's the bleeds or the taunts. They both stack like up to 3 and beyond. So he does have like, he does have good debuff access, right? But besides that, he doesn't really answer like defensive issues in these standard ways. Like he doesn't answer auto block, evade, any of that stuff. He doesn't answer in a way that, you know, hard counters it. So for the most part, he doesn't hard counter anything except for Nick Fury, obviously, but he counters things just by doing enough damage to just not care about whatever's like in his way. And for that reason, I do think the damage being utility, like saying, is very applicable for this character. And I think that, yeah, it's valid. It's valid for Deadpool X-Force, because he can do a lot of stuff for you just because of his damage output. Like right here, this Hubris node absolutely fries it, dude. Like absolutely fries it because of his damage output. But yeah, now we have this Kate Bishop. I think this was just to showcase like his SP2 rotation. Definitely wasn't for the thumbnail. No, not at all. Not at all. But yeah, I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about, like when it comes to Deadpool X-Force. Like he does have weaknesses, obviously. There are like DOT nodes. If there's like anything that like you cannot just out damage, and like you have to have a utility character for it, of course Deadpool X-Force isn't gonna be the option, because he's just not the utility option unless it's for a bleed node. Then he definitely is, because he has a lot of that. But like for the most part, he's not the utility option, and that's fine. Like we have utility characters for a reason. But when it's something standard or simple, or just something that like you can just out damage, there are very few characters, if any at this point, that can do it better than Deadpool X-Force. So for that reason, I can talk about him all day, really. I can. I love this character so much. He's rank 4 for a reason. I took him to rank 4. People were like, why would you do that? And I said, because I just see it with this character. I don't care that he can, you know, one-shot Yelena at rank 3. I don't care. I feel like having him at rank 4 can unlock more matchups. It can make him even crazier for the things that he's already good at. And it's true. Like, he does Bullseye he does Bullseye so much better at rank 4 than rank 3. Same thing with like Enchantress, same thing with like even Nick Fury. It's just like a faster fight time, you know? So yeah, Deadpool X-Force is so incredibly good. And to end the video, I do want to say like where I would personally put him right now in the top 5 mutant list. And it was tough deciding, but my initial gut feeling is this champion is at the number 4 spot. Now with that information, I want to see what y'all say in the comments. Do y'all agree that Deadpool X-Force is the 4th best mutant champion in the game? If not, where would you place him? Would he be in the top 5 still? Would he be outside the top 5? Let me know, and I really want to see y'all's thoughts. I will take all of them into consideration, and we'll have a really fun video at the end of the week, you know, going over the top 5, seeing what y'all say. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Deadpool X-Force, and yeah, that's about it for me.